Okay, so today Cruella and I are going to be doing some flat and ground pull exercises to help balance her and slow her down a little bit. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to take her over to the mounting block, and this time at the mounting block I'm going to go really slow because I really want her to stand quiet and not move forward when we mount. So I am mounting from the right side. This actually used to be a therapeutic riding barn years ago, so the block is actually set up to mount from the right. However, I do mount from both sides. I think that's really important, but just wanted to kind of explain that. So as you can see, I'm going really slow. I'm petting her. I'm making this a very relaxing, slow experience because I want her to understand that this is calming and we don't have to walk off right when someone mounts. As you can see, she's standing very still and being a really good girl. I just waited a couple seconds to pick up my stirrups, and I'm just gonna hang out with her for a minute because I want her to understand just because I'm on doesn't mean we walk forward. So again, making it a relaxing, rewarding experience, and then we'll move forward. She loves to look at my shoe every time I mount. It's so cute. Okay, now that we stood there for a minute, I'm gonna ask her to walk forward. She did really well with mounting today. I didn't feel like she wanted to move forward at all. She was just super chill and in the moment, so that was really good. And I'm gonna warm up at the walk for a little while. I set up some ground poles that we will be going over to help her to kind of slow down in her trot, and also this will help build her top line a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some fun things today, but the main goal is to get her to slow down mainly towards the end of the session and just kind of play around with how she's doing today and working on those things. Okay, so we walked around for about 10 minutes and then I asked her to move into a trot. She's doing pretty good, but as you can see, she's kind of up, down with her head. Again, I'm not asking her to really get on the bit, but we do have some really nice moments where she does, but it kind of goes in and out, as you can see here. But she's trying really hard, and again, that's what matters. So again, I'm just kind of doing different circles and turns, getting her to lift over the poles and to kind of help keep her in check and balance when we go over them. That was a really nice moment there. And she's doing really good. I'm definitely feeling the progression with her. And today I'm riding her in a snaffle bit with a biothane headstall and then barrel reins just because they're shorter, so it's a lot easier with her being a pony. I'm just gonna use that for schooling right now. And then I'm in my dressage saddle, which is pretty comfortable. So as you can see, she's kind of going a little bit behind the bit here, and then she goes into roll cur. So as you can see in slow motion, she gets really far down. That's not good. We don't want that. So again, there's going to be moments like this when we're trying to figure it out. As you could see in the last clip, it was a little bit better, but I don't want her to be in roll cur. I want her either on the bit or more level, and that was better, but still she's a little bit behind the vertical. And yeah, she kind of just curls. So we want those moments where they kind of stretch out, where they level out in the shoulder, and when they collect and get on the bit. But you don't want them behind the vertical. So just be aware of that and pay attention. And again, these things take time. Okay, so she went into an extremely fast trot. So she went into her canter, and this is what we got. I don't know if I'm riding an alpaca or a pony, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let her go. I'm not gonna do anything with my reins or the bit. I'm simply just holding my hands there, and I'm just gonna let her work out her canter. And the second she gives a little bit of relaxation, we're gonna slow down. I'm not pushing her. She decided to canter, so I'm letting her canter and making her idea my idea. Now she's starting to relax a little bit now, and I don't feel out of control, by the way. She's not just taking off, but she just moved into her canter. So there, that's even better. She even leveled out a little more. And that right there is just one step towards progress. That's a huge difference. And again, I'm just gonna let her roll into the relaxation naturally instead of forcing a frame or anything like that. And there, that was really good. So she kind of got that energy out. And now we're just gonna see if we can kind of have a relaxing trot. Much better, much better. I just want her to relax. I don't care about her getting on the bit. If she does, that's awesome. But right now, I just want to focus on a loose, relaxed rein and just getting her to level out a little bit. So this is just even a huge improvement in itself. Might not look like anything, but it really is. And again, horse training isn't all rainbows and butterflies. It takes time to develop a horse. And again, I don't throw them in a frame. Like, she needs to get in shape. She needs to develop the balance. She needs to, get that energy out a little bit. But right here, I just feel really good. I mean, her head is up still, but she's just trotting around a little slower. She's more relaxed and she's slowing down as we move on. So that was the goal for this session. And I do think the pulls are helping. It kind of gives her something to think about and kind of gets her to lift up. So I really liked that we could add those into the session today as well. Plus, it might not look like it, but it is 33 degrees right now. So, the first frost of the morning, it kind of melted now. But the fact that she's being this good when we've had like a really chilly morning, really happy with that. Also, if you're liking this, if you could hit the like button, we'd really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm gonna walk her for a little bit, reward her, give her a little break, and then as you can see, we switched directions and we're gonna work on this direction. Now I feel as though this is her weaker side, so she'll probably start off a little quick, but then we'll work back into the balance as much as we can for where she's at. I am having a ton of fun on her though. I love that she needs work and she's a challenge, but she's not crazy or bad. So it's just kind of fun. We're going to work through these issues, but it's nothing dangerous. So that just makes it super fun and we can just focus on these things. So yeah, she's kind of going fast, little head high as usual. And again, I'm just going to kind of let her work through that for a second. And if you haven't watched her first ride, it's in the link below, but she was a speed pony previously. So that's kind of what we're working through, is kind of letting her know we're not here to just put her head up and run as fast as we can. Nothing wrong with that as long as they can distinguish the difference. So that is kind of what we're working through currently. And yeah, she's definitely fast. But yeah, we're having some nice moments. I liked that right there. That was pretty good. She wasn't too curled besides the end there. And she's working through it. This pony has a lot of potential. It's just going to take a lot of time and patience, but we're going to get there. So right here, I'm just going to circle her around the objects in the middle. Just kind of do some large circles, see if that can bring her down a little bit. Those little legs sure do move fast, don't they? It's low-key impressive. I honestly am having so much fun though. Okay, we were able to achieve a little slower trot, so now I'm going to ask her to walk. So I asked her to go down to a walk and then she picked up a trot. I asked her to stop. She didn't. So I did practice a one rein stop with her and it did work. So now we're going to do a bunch of transitions from trot to walk. And she did really good. So what I'm doing is I tuck my pelvic floor. Think of if you were a dog and had a tail, tucking it between your legs, sitting deep in your seat, and then very lightly asking with the reins to transition down. In this case, it was from trot to walk. I asked her for a few steps at a time, mixing it up with a number of steps, and then she has been responding really well to that. So she did really good. I'm going to let her walk on a loose rein and cool her out, and I think that's where we're going to end our session. So we achieved what we were looking to do, kind of slow her down and have some nice moments, and that's where we're going to end. Thanks, horse lovers, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun pony sessions.